What's going on, guys? This is DJ coming at you with another video, and today I want to talk to you about the settings for NBA2k23. There's been like this thing that's been happening on the game where it doesn't change your settings, but I'm gonna just show you the settings, give you a rundown of them in the main menu, and it'll probably help your game experience be a little better depending on your gameplay here and the way you play. But basically for me here, this is like the first setting. This is like the gameplay difficulty and then gameplay quarter setup. This is not really connected to anything that I've done on career. Usually on career I play on between pro and Hall of Fame depending on where I'm at, and 12-minute quarters because I'm trying to get the most badges as possible. This is like the basic setup for if you were to just play with people at home, with them sitting with you side by side, and this is the settings that it would start at. So pro 6 minutes, fatigue on, injuries on, speed at 50, foul out at 6 fouls, shot clock last 10 seconds, you can see it on the floor, shot feedback off, camera shake on, game indicators on, let the auto action instant replays occasionally, highlight plays like on cuts on, after basket cuts often, arena photo strobe flashes on, ball handler text name, pick and roll overlay on, and then menu language, like it shows the PS5 console settings, commentary language in English, and then units of measurement, imperial system, scenes subtitles off, motion blur kind of on 29, like short press and hold off, team favorite none, audio presentation custom. Then it's talking about the commentary volume, the PA volume, sound effects, crowd volume, player chat volume, 2K beats, and all that stuff. I have that off because of obviously the things that happen with there, like just hearing like the music and stuff because of what I do. And then email address, and I'm opt out some stuff, but that's my email address. Be up if you need something. And then this is talking about the CPU and user sliders. Like I don't ever really touch any of this stuff, but it's talking about the success rate, which I'm pretty sure kind of gives them an advantage, like for the CPUs on offense. Defense is just like 47 to 50 on everything. Defense like 40 to 50 on everything, like layup strength, takeoff strength, all that stuff. Attributes, speed, durability, hustle, ball handling, hands, dunking ability, on ball defense, stealing, blocking, defensive offensive awareness, defensive offensive rebounding, offensive and defensive consistency, fatigue rate, and lateral quickness. I mean, it's pretty in depth as far as what they go through on what you can change, but I've never really changed any of this stuff because at heart I'm a pro-am and rec player. I play career to get my dude leveled up, and then I take him to those events and then play. I play park every once in a while, but it's not really preferred for me. And this stuff is just centered around what you do when you're playing the CPU and your actual game modes that are connected to when you just go in and start a game. And they have the code settings here too, the auto timeouts and all that stuff, team communication and all of those things. And then the one that I'm more kind of well versed in is this one, what's the controller settings. And this is one thing that I think has been triggering a lot of people in the 2K community. They don't like the fact that their settings don't change. I'm not a fan of it either, but typically for me, vibration function I'll keep on. I don't like having trigger effect on because I don't like my controller, like when I hold R2, I don't like feeling that trigger effect. And I also don't play with my shot meter on. So ideally, if these things were to save, I would be happy. I don't need anything else. I just want all of this to stay off at all times. But it never does, so it's always fun to kind of see now how I can come back to this game after not playing it for a day or so, and then come back. Oh, my settings didn't change. So that's always interesting when I come back and I go play a game and then I see my meters on. It's okay if I'm playing career because I can just go in and then change it. But if you go into a rec game, you have to wait until you get out and go into the lobby to change it. Shot timing, shot only, shot release time, late. Which, I mean, I think this is kind of set your preferred time to release the button during your shot. And it's saying it's set to late. I mean, I would want it to be on time, but okay. And then it's like perfect release is the flame, ball, flame. And then it's saying the perfect release sound effects is catch fire, which are the ones that I've had anyway. And then you have shot meter type is the curved ball, or you could have like the mini ball, or like the Tusk Comet. It's like there's a bunch of different shot meters, but for me, like I said, I don't play with it. You can have the one that's over your head, you can have the one that's under your feet, you can have the one that's on the side of you. And I think they added another one as well, but those I don't ever use a shot meter, so it's one of those things where I don't really pay attention anyway. I think it's always better just to look at your character and then look at the point of release, and then you'll hit more. Some people like the meter, some people don't. I'm kind of on the I don't need it side. Okay, there's the pro stick stuff where you can have it on default, dribble moves, shot. Some people play with the pro stick on absolute and camera relative. It's really dependent on how you play. Like me, I shoot with my button. I shoot with square. Some people use their stick to do everything. They use it to shoot, and they also use it to dunk, stuff like that. So it's really dependent on gameplay and what you do. Double team action, auto, help defense function, double team, call for pick and rolls versus fade, manual, which I know you hold R1 to call for the pick and roll, and you can kind of change what he does, whether he picks, whether he rolls to the basket, or whether he like fades out to the rim for like a jump, or fades the 3-point line for a jumper, pick and pop. You also have pro stick pass types: normal, icon passing, default, receiver control, get open, pro stick defense, absolute, fading indicator on, who to guard on, defense assist strength 50. All of this is 50, and then when you go down to default, pass direction, pass target direction, distance, and openness 44, 50, and 6. This is not, I don't really know what a lot of this stuff does. I've never looked down here or even thought about changing the settings on any of this stuff. I just play as it is, because I don't think any of this is pertaining to what happens in career. But hold on, let's see. Oh, these are the roster settings. You pick the league. I don't think I'm going to go into that, because that's going into the thing. And then you have the shoe creator down here if you want to create shoes. That's one thing you can do. You can create shoes and then buy them in your NBA career. You just go to the store. The shoes will be at the bottom of the list for whatever brand you make, and then you can buy them for 10,000. Player DNA, which is this is all going there, and you can create a player offline too, and then play him pretty much in like a season that you make, or throw him onto a team and then do that. That was one thing I used to do on the 2Ks way back, where they didn't allow you to play, they didn't let you make my career players. I think in 2K11 was the first year I did that. And you have the 2K beach. Me, obviously, like I said, I turned off all of this music anyway. so I can't really hear any of this stuff. So I mean, this is like the area where if you were to have music on, you can choose the music that you wanted to hear, you know, if you don't want to hear a set amount of tracks. And 2K has always done this. They add tracks throughout the year, so the tracks that you would see now are ones that you're not probably gonna see in the beginning. So I think like at the end of the year, it's usually like 50 plus tracks on the game, probably more now, where they just add them, popular music. So it's one of those things. Okay, you have J. Cole's on here, and then you have the 2K beat tracks, but they're all there, so you can customize that. And then the credits. I think that's it. All right, I just wanted to make this video to do the run through of, you know, what's here, what's being talked about, and the settings for the game, just to give you guys something to see, and also to keep you familiar with the settings. Because the one thing that I've noticed just in discovery on my end, I never really looked at settings outside of the controller settings. I'll make another video talking about just the settings that don't stay saved, because they've done plenty of updates. I think they did an update before and it was saving for me, like my trigger effect and my shot meter stayed off, and then they did another update and then it flipped back and then it stopped saving. So I was like, okay, what's going on? But that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoy the content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.